Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Foodexpertchi. Welcome to the first episode of Amazing People. In this series, I'll be talking about some people who really inspire me, and I hope that their stories will inspire you too. I'm going to talk about a person who has been inspiring me since high school. Taiwan is an exam-oriented country. I remember that there were 8 periods in one day, and we are all expected to take 9 exams in a day, and that was really stressful, but we are really used to taking exams, and we started to take them from a very young age. So Taiwanese students are mostly very serious about getting good grades, and they study super duper hard. But in high school, I had this really special music teacher who, of course, she would teach us some serious stuff, and she would expect us to take exams and finish worksheets and stuff like that, but she'll also share some really interesting stories about her experiences, about traveling, about her life, about things that happen abroad, and those stories and experiences really inspired me. And as a student, I finally realized that instead of staying in a small bubble where only grades are important, there's actually a huge world out there waiting for me to explore. And I remember that in high school, besides really serious stuff, she would ask us to sing songs. There was always a list of songs every semester, and there were like maybe 10-12 songs for us to choose from, and we would just sing those songs in front of the entire class. And that was super nerve-wracking to me, because I've been a singing girl since I was a very tiny toddler, but singing in front of the entire class or even 2 people was really difficult for me. I would get so nervous. I wouldn't remember the lyrics. I wouldn't remember what to do. So I never had the courage to actually sing in front of a lot of people, but because of this assignment, I would have to do it. And I remember there were 4 songs. Actually, all those songs I still remember. The very first song I sang in front of the entire class was 我只想做你的公主，拥有那平凡的幸福。当你抱着我，地球也暂停脚步。我刹那间清楚，你是我的幸福。And then the second song that I sang was from the list, and it was a Mandarin song. That song is 时光一去永无回，往事只能回味。And then the third song was Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. They're living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Mirrors on the ceiling depict champagne on ice, and she said. Okay, and then the 4th song was a Taiwanese or a Hokkien song. It is 叫我大汉嘛爱学飞，全世界是的。你的关爱甲阮作伴，放心啦，阮袂孤单。These are the songs that she asked us to sing, and I think it's out of encouragement. She always gave me really good grades, and I would always be super happy about it. And because of this experience, I actually voluntarily signed up for oh gosh, I couldn't talk anymore because this really brings back a lot of memories. I signed up for singing in front of the entire school. Not just in front of the entire class, but in front of the entire school. And I remember that my father shed tears. He cried because, well, it was totally understandable, because It was the very first time this little girl was brave enough to actually sing in front of a lot of people. And that was really a huge deal for not only for him but also for me. And I think Pianau, my music teacher, was who actually made me want to stand up there and sing. So thank you. And then I don't know if it's just right after I finished high school or a few years later, she actually quit her job. It was an official job at a public high school. Do you guys know how difficult it is to actually get that job? It's like they pick one person out of a million. I'm a little bit exaggerating, but it's extremely difficult. I think 1 or 2% of the people who actually apply for the job get the job. And so everybody was like, what? What did you do? You quit? But she did. She actually quit, and she left Taiwan to go to Europe because she wanted to go there. She liked Europe, I guess, and so she went there. She actually quit her job, and she went after her dream. She stayed in Europe for quite a few years, and then she married a guy, and she now lives in Germany. And that is super inspiring to me because I always believe that there is a certain pattern that people have to follow in their lives. After school, we go to college, and then after university, we find a job, and then we get married, and then we have kids, and basically that's it. But no, Pianau had her own plans, and instead of just talking about them, she actually made those plans happen, and now she lives in Europe, and I am really, really happy for her. I'm super proud for what she did, and I'm super proud to call her my teacher. I'm super proud to be her student. So actually, she might not know about this, but for quite a few years I've been following her on the internet, and I've been a fan on her fan page for quite a few years now, and I follow every step. I think that she is a really huge inspiration to me, and I want to do something like her, and I really want to be as brave as she is. I want to follow my dreams, and I don't want to let anybody say, oh, you have to do this, you can't do this, because this is what I love, and this is what I'm gonna do. But of course, it's easier said than done. I bought her book, which I find really interesting. She actually wrote 3 books so far, and this is one of them. This is a book about India. She traveled with her friends to India, and she wrote a book about it. This is called Indu Holy Cow, the Maya. It's a book about our travels to India. I love these photos in here, and this book is not just... I love these photos in here, and this book is not just about the amazing photos and the stories and how her trip was, but it actually teaches you something. There are maps in here, and there's some historical backgrounds here as well. They went to an Indian wedding together, and there is something about like the different types of Buddhism, and just very, very, very full of information, and I really liked it. I loved how she writes her stories. I just find this book really, really inspiring and interesting, and I really want to go to India after I've read it. So, well, I really recommend her books. So if you know anybody who can read Mandarin, then maybe it's a good idea to buy him or her Pianau's books. And all the links to her books are in the description box down below. And I also put her Facebook fan page down there if you are interested. And actually, aside from, talking about how I met her and how she inspired me, actually this video is, I should have done this earlier in this video, but I've saved the best to the very end. I actually won a postcard from her Facebook page, and I got it. Thank you so much. I love it. She said, this is actually a postcard from Taipei. The reason why I'm just super, super excited about this postcard is, of course, Pianau wrote this to me. And also, I told her that I was really, really into Taipei. And the reason is because since I was a 3rd grader, I had this article about the history of Pianau, how the volcano destroyed the entire city in my textbook. I've been wanting to visit the city ever since, but I never had the chance. So she went there and she wrote me a postcard. Thank you so much. Let me show you the stamp.
This stamp is super special. I think it's totally worth collecting. Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And here's a big shout out to Pianau, my teacher forever. Thank you so much for inspiring me every single time I read your posts, and thank you for sharing your stories and experiences with the entire class. They really, really helped me, and they really inspire me. They still do. Thank you, and I hope that you'll have a wonderful, wonderful life in Europe, and say hi to your husband. Okay? Thank you so much for this postcard, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give this a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in another video. Check out my other videos. I've made quite a few amazing videos, so don't go anywhere. Check those out. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. Thank you. Bye. Bye guys. Bye 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 bye.